I welcome you back again to another video lecture on C++ programming language, and in this video lecture we're going to look at lookup variables. Alright, so we're going to look at what is called lookup variables in C++ programming. It's very important that we know about these. So we've discussed about data types, and here we're going to use the knowledge of what we've learned in data types to work with the variables. That is very, very essential. So like I told us, if you want to work with a variable, you would have to check what type of variable are you creating. Are you creating integer variables, a float variable, a character, or a boolean, and so on. So let's say I want to create integer variables. I'm going to say int a. I can continue this int b, int c, int d, and maybe int f, and then I can get ahead and put a semicolon. Another person else can come and say int a, then int b, int c, but there's no use doing this one by one when all of them are integers. So if that isn't data type, go ahead and use a comma and demarcate that. Can say int b, c, d, and so on. Maybe just go ahead and put just c, abc. Then another one is float. There's a float x, y, and z. Y and z for a semicolon. Now, the logic is that you cannot have int x and come back and have float x. It has to be different name entirely. Okay? So we can have int Peter, int Paul, int James, and int so on. But you cannot have float Peter, float James, and float descent in the same code. It's not possible. Okay? So it has to be different names. Let's say, for instance, I can run this code. It's just print on lookup variables alone. Alright, because we have not assigned anything to integers. Alright, so lookup variables. Now, what in the case I go and change these? Float a. Let's say float a. When I have int a, let's run this code and check it out. Can you see that there's an error here? The error shows that I have already initialized, or I have already declared a. So what we've done is variable declarations. Alright? So these are called variable declarations. Now, I'll go back and put this to x again. So if you want to use char, you can say char a, alright? Char b, char c, char d, and so on. Okay, so that's how we do that. Now, when you have declare a variable, you can go ahead and initialize it. You can also declare and initialize at the same time, but I'm going to teach you this one by one. So let me go ahead and play a comment right here. So comment is variable declaration. Now let's go ahead and look at variable initialization. Variable initialization. So, if we have declared a variable, let's go ahead and initialize the variable. And to initialize the variable, you can go ahead and say that a is equal to 5 or 6 or anything. Y, b is equal to 7, semicolon. Then c is equal to a plus b, and put a semicolon at the end. And same thing is applicable to x. Let's say x is equal to 9.3, semicolon, and y is equal to 5.1 for semicolon, and the next one is z, and let z be equal to 7.5 for semicolon. So to print this out, maybe I can go anywhere I want to print that out. I can say, let's go ahead and say C out. Alright, the value or the result of A plus B equal. So the result of A plus B is what? That is, let's go ahead and say, is equal to C. Alright, so is equal to C. That go ahead and end line. Okay. So always remember to put the double less than sign right here. Okay, always remember to put this. So this is a string. I said the result of A plus B is equal to C. And what is A? A is 6 and B is 7. And 7 plus 6 is 13. Let's go ahead and check it out. So it's going to print out local variables and then print out result of A plus B equal to 13. Check it out. So local variables, the result of A plus B equal to 13. So 13 is the C. Alright? And A plus B is 6 plus what? 7. So this one is applicable to F. I can go ahead and say that's, let's go ahead and say C out. So let's print out the next one. I can say the result of, as a result of A plus B is equal to, go ahead and say C. Go ahead and say A plus B. And please semicolon. Let's go ahead and run this code and check it out. So you can see the result of A plus B is equal to 13. It still gives me the sentence. Alright? So it's not necessary I must put C right there. Okay? Go ahead and close this. Let's check the float. I can go ahead and say that Z equal to 5.1 or consider Z equal to X plus Y. Alright? X plus Y and place semicolon at end. And here I can remove this Z and then come back here and add one more. Let me see. C out. Then I'll go ahead and say the result of X plus Y is equal to X or Z. Can go ahead and put Z. Okay. Then for semicolon at the end. Now let's run this code and check out this. So you can see the result of X plus Y is equal to 14.4. Alright? 14.4. I hope that is cool. So you can go ahead and do the same just like we did here. Okay? So what if you say that the result of an integer variable is equal to float? Let's see, it's going to give you a decimal point out. Let's go ahead and check it out. I'm going to say C out. Let's go ahead and check it out. I'll say the result of A plus B is equal to, let's go back and saying is equal to okay, they have the result of Z is equal to A plus B. But if you do this, you have to first of all come over here to tell the system that X or Z is equal to A plus B. And because Z is float, and they get to the float, so it's going to be 13.0. That's what we're expecting, okay? Now let's go ahead and do that again. So I'm going to remove the last one I've just printed. Let's use this one here because there's no need doing that. Okay, so let's change this to A plus B. So that you can be able to get 13.0. Remember that Z is a float. Y, A, and B are integers. Let's run this code and check it out. So let's see what the result is going to be. So the result of A plus B is equal to 13. Okay, if there's a decimal point, because Z itself is a float. So if there's a decimal point, it's going to print that out for us. Do you understand? So you can see that everything is working out perfectly fine because it's 13.0, so 0 is discarded. So go ahead and put this down on your system, play around with it, check it out, and in case you have any question anyway, please try to use the question and answer section and I'm going to get back to you. But for call it a day, let's go ahead and say Z is equal to A divided by B. And A is what? 6 and B is what? 7. Let's run this code one more time and check it out. So 6 divided by 7 is 0 point. Okay. So if you want to get a remainder, if you want to get a remainder of that, you go ahead and use modulus. Let's change this to modulus. Change it out to modulus and let's see what it will give you. Okay. The modulus is 6 because it's 0.6. So what happened is, we are not really into operators and we are not yet teaching about the arithmetic and other operators right now. So in order to get it confused, we are still on the variables and we've just discussed local variables. And what made this to be a local variable now is that these things are declared right inside the main function. Okay. We did the declaration and the initialization right inside the main function. Then I'm going to teach you how to do this outside the main function. I will call that global variable. So if you have any question, please use the question and the answer section and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture.